Hey Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is Donna from Tarot. It's been a minute since I've done a video, and let's see. The last time I talked to you all, I think I was getting ready. It was around March 1st. I was getting ready to do a diet thing, and well, life. So there's been a lot of stress. I'm sure a lot of you all are going through stress too. Stress puts cortisol in your body, and cortisol makes it very difficult to lose weight. And I knew that, and here we are. I probably shouldn't have announced it publicly, and I think I jinxed myself, I don't know. But anyway, I still am under stress, and at some point I will have this situation resolved, and it'll be all right. So, doing a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And got a lot going on here. So let's just deep dive into it. So basically, I pulled from 5 different decks. One of them is the Devine Energy Oracle. And that one, we pulled the Address Your Addictions card. And what it says, it is time to acknowledge the addictive patterns and behaviors that are stealing your light. By the way, in the United States right now, and I'm not sure about other countries at the moment, but I know in the United States, addiction in general has become a pandemic. Addiction to everything, not just drugs and alcohol, literally anything and everything, food and gaming and gambling and even coffee. I mean, you could be addicted to that, but I mean, addictions, and especially the opioid addiction, it's really, really bad in our country right now. So I yesterday I got a Time Magazine special edition thing about the science of addiction. It is amazing how our brains work. So anybody who does have an addiction should not feel shame. It's not something to be ashamed, and I'm not even going to go into why, but get help. Don't expect that you can handle it on your own. Anybody who's watching this that does have an addiction, or it has a partner or a loved one that has an addiction, you can't expect to handle it on your own and fix it on your own. You just can't. You got to get help. It's the only way it's going to work. All right, so with that said, it says, is it alcohol, drugs, food, shopping, overspending, overworking, gambling, worrying, gossiping? What about an addiction is to negative emotions such as misery, disappointment, fear, and victimization? Your divine energy is calling you to address your addiction so that you live as a free and unlimited spiritual being once again. We're all prey to addictive negative behaviors, but the price we pay to leave them unchecked is the loss of peace in our spirit and loss of authentic connection with others. It is time to recognize these costly indulgences and have the courage and discipline to become free of them once again and for all. Pray for help from your higher self. Your divine invitation, wake up from denial and identify your addictions. They're robbing you of your creativity, connection, and peace, and must be conquered now. Your soul is asking you to enter the discomfort that comes with breaking free of these self-undoing behaviors in order to live in a more conscious, creative state of being. Pray for the universe to help you, and then seek and accept help in every way possible. You could either live in the joy of your unlimited creative power, or you can languish in addiction, but you can't do both. And I think that's the end of that. Okay, yeah. Interesting, because Sagittarius, I'm Moon in Sagittarius, and I know my own behaviors. You know, I have my own things that I have to change. And Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, the planet of expansion, and Jupiter and Sagittarius and Pisces both are ruled by Jupiter, traditionally at least. And those two signs are, they're known for having a reputation, it's, stereotype for having addictive behavior. Usually they're tied to drinking. But in today's world, it could be drinking, drugs, gambling, whatever. Especially Sagittarius would be associated with gambling for sure. So I don't know if it's you or your partner, but apparently I was supposed to address that for you. So there's that. So also it wants me to pull a postcard from Spirit. I'm not sure how to feel about this deck. This deck and this one, I am having a hard time, I'll show you. I'm having a hard time relating to these two. I can't feel them. I'm having a hard time feeling them. So I'm going to do the best I can, but I think it has something to do with the fact that I don't like reading stuff out loud. I mean, I just read all that for you all, and I feel like reading is wasting time, but hopefully you get something, you know, beneficial from it, hopefully. But it wants me to pull a postcard from Spirit, and then we'll go over the angel that it chose for you. Did I pull that? Yeah, I did. And then, look at me. I'm so practical. I make notes. I have to have the notes when I put together your reading. I don't just do it off the cuff. Although I might do one of these times so you can see how I do it. I'll do it like I'll